So, welcome to my channel where I am going to talk crafting and we're going to talk about Tuesday morning. So, the other day I had some errands to run, and wouldn't you know it, I was going to be right next to Tuesday morning. No, not really. Not at all. But I was going to be in the same town as a Tuesday morning. That's like the same thing, right? Yeah, it's the same thing. So, I was going to be in the same town that a Tuesday morning was in, and I decided I need to stop and see what every crafter in the world has been YouTubing about. Let's just say it took me on not only that, but the next day I did a tour of the northwest part of my state, and we went to 6 out of the 7 Tuesday mornings. So we're going to stop, turn the camera around, and I'm going to show you absolutely everything that I got and which stores I went to and what I think of them. We're talking about the northwest corner of Oregon. We'll talk to you soon. So let's go over my first place that I stopped at. I went into Salem. This will be the day before the massive tour that we had. I went into Salem and stopped at the Tuesday morning because when you're in Salem and you live at the coast, Tuesday morning is closed no matter what, right? So I stopped in, and what I found was these little cards. There's 45 of them, 3 of each design, 15 different designs, and they were $2.19, which I'm just going to quickly flip through. They are actually really cute. And there's no rhyme or reason to, because look, you're like, there's all kinds of different ways that they go. So you get the idea. They were just really cute. And I like the sayings that they say. Everything you want is on the other side of fear. And interrupt anxiety with gratitude. And there's it costs you your piece, then if it costs you your piece, then it's too expensive. I mean, this is just fun stuff that you could put on cards, or you could put on blocks of wood, which is one of the things I wanted to do. Could you imagine decoupaging that on a little block of wood and then giving it to a friend and she can put it on her desk at work? I think that would be so amazing. Or you could totally make a card that has this little pull-out card that's sitting in it. And so they get a card that says, congratulations, or, thinking of you. And then she can pull out any one of these wild and free cards. That would be so cute to send to a young girl that is just starting out in her career. So we found that, $2.19. And then I saw this. It's a bigger one, 45 designs, 3 full sheets. And you would think, because it looks like it's exactly the same, I mean, they look the same, you would think they would have the same exact sayings. Some of the sayings are the same. Not all of the sayings are the same. And they actually have different kinds in there. Purpose fuels passion. It's really hard to... Oh. I have decided to stick with love. Hate is too great a burden to bear. Martin Luther King Jr. I love that. So these also, I think, would make great additions on a card, a bigger card, or on a block of wood, or some sort of decoration in your home, something like that. Or just to send, I mean, you technically could send them as a postcard if you wanted to, which is not a bad idea. There's that young, wild, and free again. Just really 3 of each design, really cute. I loved it. Love every bit of your quirky self. Yeah, I am totally quirky, so that would really fit me. Everything you want is on the other side of fear. We've seen that one and the other one. They're really, I love the color. I love the design. I love everything about this line. So I love the little papers that I can do. So that was $2.49
for 45 papers. And then here's the other one. It's the same company, but a different color of line. 45 designs, 3 of each, 15 different, 45 cards. And this one just has some note sections. Again, let your smile change the world, but don't let the world change your smile. Could you see that one on a block that's sitting on a mantle or on a bookshelf? Or, oh, make bookends. We could make bookends with these. People, you will be coming along the journey with me as I'm making these. Coffee time is anytime. If you know me, you know I love coffee. And I am always very close from where my coffee cup is, which happens to be on the other side of the room right now. For the earth has music for those who listen. It's just, this set I also really like. Don't be eye candy, be soul food. Happiness is an inside job. Isn't that the truth? We are all responsible for our own happiness. And don't let anybody steal your joy. That's just not a very joyful event. Rain is just confetti from the sky. You know, here in Oregon, it rains a lot. And I always love when people first move here and they're like, oh, it's raining. And you're looking outside going, no, that's mist. That's not rain. And then when it really rains, they call you and say, I now know what you mean. So you got this. I mean, could you imagine somebody that's going through a massive test or some kind of an event? You could put that on a block of wood and give it to them, and they could have it on their desk or whatever to remind them that they've got this. So that I loved. It was also $2.49 from the Salem store. And then I got this. I got this a little prematurely. You'll see why in the next video. But it was $4.99. I liked it. It said, create, celebrate, and thanks. And I do not, at this point in time, have a die cut machine at all. So let's look at this right here. The next day after I finished at Salem, Oregon, the next day, my girlfriend and I, a neighbor friend of I and I mapped out and went on a journey all through Portland, Oregon area. So the northwest corner of Oregon has 8 stores, if you're including the one in Salem, 8 stores of 8 Tuesday morning stores. And we went to all 7 of them. We didn't go to the one in Gresham. The traffic was getting really, really heavy by the time we were in the Portland store. We marked off the Gresham store. We were having so much fun just looking and seeing what they have that we skipped that store. We will do it again because we plan on doing this often. It was a nice just getaway from the world. So we went to Tuesday morning, and this one is in Tigard. And I got 2 of these, 2 tapes, because everybody I had seen talking about the extreme double-sided tape, and I wanted to see what it looked like or how it worked. I'm an art glitter glue girl. I love art glitter glue, but I can see the purpose for this. So I picked some up so I could play with it. I actually picked up 2. The other one is downstairs. We are refilming this film because the camera that I used did not focus on half of the stuff. So you may have cut-ins from the old film footage if I didn't pick up everything I wanted to pick up. Anyways, I walked into the store in Tigard and I found, dun, 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 what I was looking for. I wanted the Sizik Sidekick, and I wanted the Tim Holtz Sidekick. And the reason I wanted the Tim Holtz Sidekick was because it had these kinds of dies. I wanted that little tag die. Now, I have a Cricut, and I love my Cricut, and I am a Cricut fanatic. Why do I want this? Because when I am card making, I often run, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. You have these little tiny, tiny pieces of paper that are really hard, even though you can do it. It's hard to match them on the mat and get the cut that you want exactly where you're at on the Cricut. And you're sending the mat through and you're trying to design something really cute, like a tiny shape. I just wanted to have a small die cut machine that I can use to cut those little tiny pieces of paper, which means I'm looking for small dies, right? Now, this die cut machine at the filming of this was on sale. I think it was $32 on Amazon. I'll actually link it below. So you can buy it on Amazon. You don't have to do a world trip around the northwest corner of Portland to find it. But the Tigard store had about 7 of these, and I'm not sure if they're still there, but they were $24.99, and it was worth me picking up because this is exactly what I was going for. So we have the Sizzix die cut, Tim Holtz die cut machine. And then I also found spellbinders, these little tags, pendants, and I just thought they were so cute, $1.49. Again, tiny dies that I can use with my small pieces of paper. That's perfect. Then we're looking through all of the actual paper because I love paper, and Echo Park and Cartabella are my favorite paper companies. I'm just about to fall over because they literally are my favorite. And the ephemera, the Amore ephemera, is just gorgeous. And look at everything it has. And it was only $2.19. That's like really good for me. Remember, I live on the coast. I do not have any paper stores near me. The closest craft store I have is a Joann's, and it is a 35-minute drive to get to the Joann's, and it is a limited small store. So when I go in, I look for things that, and then I found the spring. So I'm all into the ephemera because the ephemera packs really help stretch out the paper packs that I have, so I can do a lot with. So this one was $2.19. I have the spring collection. In fact, the spring paper pack. In fact, I'm actually working on it now currently. So I will be doing a video on the cards that I make through that. And then this is what they've given me in that one. It's just so cool. Do you guys hear my chickens in the background? My roosters are like going crazy. It's like, oh, we laid an egg, we laid an egg. And then they're all chirping. So then I got the Home Sweet Home 6x6 Cartabella paper pack. And this one was 20% off of $2.99. So I am having a blast. We kind of got into a rhythm where when we walked in the store, we went straight to the clearance, and then we went straight to the papers. So in this one, I live on a farm, so I live on a hobby farm, and we're getting ready to go under construction for a bigger house. Strawberries. Oh, and I do grow quite a bit of strawberries. There are my preferred fruit, strawberries and blueberries. And look at this. Is this not cute? Does it just not scream farm, kitchen? Little cute. I mean, I could cut those apart and put them on the inside of the cards that we make with this. Oh, and the aprons. Has anybody seen the Apronology magazines? They actually have magazines where they showcased aprons, and my favorite. So this is totally a duplicate of some. So there's got to be 2 designs. Yeah, it's just amazing. I like it. So for $2.99, 20% off of that, it came home with me. Now the next one is Hello Summer, a paper pack. Now I'm not going to open up this paper pack and the other one because I'm actually going to go through and I will video when I make the paper, what I make out of it and what was in it. So I'll do that at that time. But these are the stickers. It was 40% off, people, of $5.99. That makes it a steal of a deal. That makes it like, yeah, I'm definitely going to pick that up. And that would make some really cute back to school cards for kids, or summer cards, or birthday cards, just fun things. And then it has the cut aparts right there. And the cut aparts are more like journaling cards, which would make a cute little book for a kid for summer, right? You can do a whole little journal notebook where they can draw what they're seeing and what they're doing. That would be cute. Why didn't I think of that earlier? I should have picked up another one. So the Tigard store literally had a section in the back where it had this massive, you cannot see my hands here, where it had all of the paper. It just had stacks and stacks and stacks of paper that was on clearance. And I have a lot of paper, and I am going to start using it because Crafting and Relaxing, Christy Marquardt's, and Bourbon Creek, those three crafters really do some cute cards and using up all of their paper. And I found them because I started using up all my paper. And then when I was looking for ideas, I run into their channels and I'm like, yay, I'm not alone. They're so fun. So 40% off of this one, again, $5.99, and it's a perfect summer. And the paper is just really cute. And the cut aparts, again, are kind of like a journaling cut apart on some of them. It would be cute to make little books for the summer. And then I personally really like the stickers. I was never a sticker person. In fact, I was the type of girl when I was growing up that didn't like to use my stickers because once you stick them, you can't restick them and reuse them. And that was just torture for me. Oh my gosh, I love that. And I have the perfect person to send that to. Yes. But now I'm actually really liking stickers, so let's bring it on and use it. Anyways, so this was the one of the paper packs. And then I'm going to show you a video, the old video. So I did a prior video of this haul, but the camera wouldn't focus. So we bought I Love Family Kit, and I bought two, and I'm going to show you that video, and you can listen to that one real quick. Now, some of you might not know, but I like to do card challenges with people where I send them a paper pack and I do cards with the same paper pack and they do other cards. Well, this one's going to be a little bit different. This is from Echo Park and it's I Love Family. It's got some really cute papers in it and really cute cut aparts. I was actually really excited. And the sticker pack on the back. That paper we're actually using right now with a friend, and it's awesome to craft with friends. So I'm just saying, if you don't have any friends, just pull them over, buy a paper pack, and force them to craft with you. So the next, after we went to Tigard, we went to Beaverton. Now, I'm going to stop and tell you, we actually were told when we were in the Tigard store, it was the first time I've shopped at Tuesday Morning for years. Just started shopping at the last year for PaperCrafts. But I had shopped there for other things for years. And I had never been told that they had a perks program. Salem store never even mentioned the perks program to me. The Tigard store asked if I was a perks member, and my friend and I both looked at them. We were like, what? And they explained it to us, and then they signed us up. So I signed up under the perks program, which is if you are a Tuesday morning crafter, you definitely want to look into it. Or if you're a Tuesday morning person, period, look into it. And then they proceeded to ask which other stores we were going to. And they pretty much gave us a rundown, and they were correct. They said when we went to the Beaverton store, we would not be disappointed. That the Beaverton store literally had their people organized their crafts really nicely, and it was a well-organized, clean store with a lot of crafting supplies. And they were not wrong. They were totally right. But I really don't need anything. You know, remember, I live in a 698 square foot home. I literally have to find rooms, and I will be showing you how I organize my craft space. But I literally have to pay attention to everything I bring in. So Beaverton store, I didn't spend very much at all, but I found a smaller version of those cards, and it was for $1.99. Now I want to show you something. So I bought this guy for $1.99, but in Salem I bought the same exact but a different kind for $2.19. So why is the Beaverton store 20 cents cheaper? Right? That's just weird. And I didn't notice that until I came home and I was filming this, and I was going, wait a second, that's $1.99. The other one was $2.19. Again, they have a lot of the same things, but some of them different. Strength doesn't come from what you can do. It comes from overcoming the things you once thought you couldn't. That is totally me. I mean, I literally have built this hobby farm, and I didn't think I could do it. But my husband and I have done an amazing job on this. So those chickens are just proof that a city girl can do anything. Because I remember the day I brought them home. I must have flowers always and always, Claude Monet. Right? So I love each one of these cards. They're absolutely beautiful. I like the colors. I really like the colors. And tell me, what is it your plan to do? Tell me, what is it your plan to do with your one wild and precious life? Interesting. And then that one was in the other one. Flowers grow back even after they've been stepped on. Yep, that's true. So $1.19. So the Beaverton store is actually cheaper by 20 cents per pack on their stuff. Now, I didn't see any. I have never seen. I've been to the Beaverton store before. I love their paper collection. But I got to tell you, I have never seen a good amount of paper on clearance at the Beaverton store. But you have to understand, I'm never at the Beaverton store on a weekly basis. I've maybe been there 3-4 times. I always check the clearance. But because I live so far away, Tuesday morning is actually a privilege for me to be able to walk into. It's a treat. So then I picked up more ephemera. Now, the way I store my paper, I take a picture in my phone of my paper, of the paper pack. And then if I have ephemera, I put the ephemera inside the paper pack. So if I had the ephemera for this, I would open it up and slide in the ephemera up here somewhere, and then I would stick it in the container where I store my paper pack, and then I would take a picture of it. And then when I'm in a store, I would open up my camera and look in the folder for my paper, because I have a album just for my paper in my phone, and I look and see if I have this paper, because believe me, we have enough. We don't know what we have, right? And we like it, and we're like, oh, we want this. And then I look in my phone and I'm like, oh, I have 2 of those already, which has happened before. So I always store my ephemera with my paper pack. Now look at this one too. It's $1.99, folks. It's $1.99. But remember, I bought ephemera. Have I showed you? Yes, I have. I bought ephemera already from the Tigard store. And the Tigard store was $2.19. But the Beaverton store is $1.99. I want to know the rhyme or reason for that. I think it's interesting. So we have the Tigard store. And then in the discount place, now I just got finished telling you I never really find anything, but this I did find. So Bible journaling, Christ is Lord of Lords, for $1.99, and it was 20% off. We did Beaverton, we went to Hillsboro, and I gotta tell you, I didn't see anything in the Hillsboro store that tickled my fancy. It had a craft section, it had a lot of paper, but I didn't see anything that I really needed and didn't have to walk away with, or that I didn't already have. So we then went to Chick-fil-A and had the most amazing peach milkshake ever. I mean, Chick-fil-A in Hillsboro is like awesome. So after we did Chick-fil-A, we started realizing our time was getting short and we were needing to pick up the pace a little bit. We ended up going to Portland, was our next outing. And when we went to Portland, okay, this store is really weird. It's in a basement. And the people are so super nice. I mean, absolutely nice. They also asked us if we had the Perks card, Perks rewards, and we had signed up in Tigard, but because you have to fill out and finish your registration and they send that out at that night, all of the shopping that we did didn't count because we literally didn't know about it before. Had we signed up in Salem the day before, it would have. So we go to Portland. And Portland is where, if you like this paper, you are going to love it because they have all of the little crystals. They had the huge paper packs, which I almost bought, but I put them back. They had the 12 by 12s, and they had a lot of them for both of the colors, for that one and for this. So I bought these crystals, little jewels, right? And they were $2.19, so we are back up to our $2.19 price. And then I bought these. And what do you think they match? They match this. And they were $1.99. Look at that. And they were $1.99. So that's interesting. Same exact thing. One is $1.99 and the other one is $2.19. Rhyme or reason? So they go with this that I got in the Salem store. And then I saw this one. But look at the price, $2.99. Remember, this is the same. So Salem store was $2.19. And then we had was it the Tigard store that was $1.99? And then the Portland store is $2.99. And it's just cute. Now, I live at the beach, so this theme pretty much goes with a lot of how my friends decorate because they decorate with the beach theme. So when I want to send them a note, I have a lot of fishermen in my life, and when I want to send them a note, this would definitely be something that I would send them on. And I love that one. It's so cute. I don't decorate in the beach theme, but I live at the beach. Home sweet ocean. Yeah. And definitely, you are my anchor. Could you just see sending that to a friend when you're having a really hard time? You could send that, make a card or something, and send that to them to just thank them for being there for you. So this was the Portland store. They had a lot more. It was not a good clearance section store, but it was an awesome store for finding this line of bling and paper. So, because they also had this paper there too, but I had already bought it. So that was the Portland store. And after Portland, we went to Milwaukee. Every time I say Milwaukee, it reminds me of Laverne and Shirley. I just dated myself, didn't I? Oh well, life is rough. But anyways, so I go to the Milwaukee store, Southeast Oak Street, and that store actually kind of surprised me. It wasn't any store, you're walking in and you're thinking, oh, okay, it's a store. But I kind of went a little hog crazy there because when I walked in, and remember, I'm looking for dies that will work in the Tim Holtz Sidekick. And as I'm working on looking for them, I come across this little guy. He's got two little dies. That'll work. And I've read that that'll work. And then I looked for borders. I saw a few borders and I'm like, yeah, that's pretty cool. It was $3.99, and these were cool because y'all might know by now I hate alphabet stickers. I hate alphabet stickers. I have a lot of T's in my name, and by the time I write my name, I have no more T's left to even write anything. So my husband has T's in his name, and I have T's in my name. So these are great because now I can make as many T's as I want. And for $6.49, the whole entire alphabet, I was good with that. So cute. And then I turned around a corner, and on an end aisle in this store is the whole entire setup for the Tim Holtz Sidekick. The whole entire setup. It was the whole end aisle. So we got the winter collection, which has wishes, let it snow, 25 seasons, December, all of that. Little tiny ones that we know is going to work in that thing. And we got everyday sayings for writing that are just so cute, right? They are so cute. And we got housing. You know, I was a real estate agent for years, so these are, and look at this. Isn't that so adorable? I just noticed that. That is so adorable. So I'm really looking forward to working with that and seeing what that has. And then it has the actual embossing pad and the dies for that machine right there. And so I got the winter snow one. We got the Christmas Noel one. We got the harvest autumn one. That pumpkin is adorable. And we live on a farm, so I grow most of our fruits and vegetables. So that pumpkin is awesome. And then we got travel one, suitcase. And we got the Americana. That flag is adorable. And that flag reminded me of Christy Marquardt's because she always puts a tag on her cards that she makes, which is a really neat idea. I really like that. And then she's got the hello, or I got the hello with the butterfly. And so I was really happy. They were $4.99 each, normally $10. Not my most favorite price, but it gets me into the Tim Holtz, and I know they will work. So after we left that store, the traffic was really bad, and it was getting worse. It's now almost 4:30. No, it's almost 4 o'clock, and it took us about 25 minutes to get to our next store. And our next store was Lake Oswego. So we went over to Lake Oswego, and we ended up, I mean, it was a nice store. It had a lot of paper, and they were in bins, kind of weirdly placed. You had to pull the bin out, put it on the floor to look at it. But I got these. So I got circles. This is exactly what I was looking for. Something small that I could put through that and make these types of things. And it was $1.99. I can live with that for $1.99. But remember, one of the stores, it's $1.49. So the dies in one store are $1.49, and the dies that are in Lake Oswego are $1.99. I'm going to say Lake Oswego probably is a upper end area to live. I'm not really quite sure, but I do know that the store was in a far corner. It really didn't look like we were walking into a Tuesday morning store. Each Tuesday morning is totally placed differently. And it was interesting. Some of them you literally walked down into basements for. And then this tag is adorable. And I could just see cutting some things out like this. And then this one. And I think I'd probably use this one the most. So I have enough dies. I mean, small little dies would probably be great. Overall, I really liked the Tigard store because they were the most helpful. They were the ones that were, telling us which stores we would like, which stores we wouldn't. I do want to eventually get to the Gresham store because I just want to see what's there. And I actually think it's a fun adventure. We live so far out in the middle of nowhere that it's nice to get ourselves out and see, go on adventures. I mean, we could live here at the coast, and I mean, I know people that never leave here. That's not me. I was a city girl that one time, and I love shopping, and there is no place to shop here. Especially if you're a crafter, and I'm not a fisherman, so I'm a crafter. So anyways, people, this is the haul that we got while we were doing our adventure through the northwest corner of Oregon. I will be doing an unboxing of the Sidekick just because I think that would be fun. I did go to Hobby Lobby the next day. I know you're probably thinking I'm absolutely crazy and absurd because I live an hour and 15 to 20 minutes away from these stores, and yet for 3 days in a row I was in town. But I went to Hobby Lobby the next day and Michael's, and I'll be doing a video on my Happy Planner later. I just went to a paper planner. I'm actually really glad I did, but I'll be sharing that in another upcoming video. But here is what we got. And it was all on sale. So I got the hello, thanks, congrats. That is word dies that I can send through the Tim Holtz Sidekick, hopefully. And those will work on small papers, and it's exactly what I need. Sometimes I just need words on the front of a card or on the inside. And then I found this, and I happened to walk into the middle of a sale where Tim Holtz was 40% off. So $10 minus 40% off. I was happy with that. Hobby Lobby was a win for me on a few things. They were in the middle of marking down a lot of their journals and stuff also, but not their paper. Apparently, I missed their paper. Hobby Lobby marked down and clearanced out a ton of their paper like a month or two before I was there. And that shows you how often I actually get to those stores, sadly. So there you go, guys. I'll be putting this up shortly so you can review. Bye.